Root E-Tech needs maintenance.
Nope.
A man will say $7 million. Only Evan Root E-Tech goes 3 years without dealer-scheduled maintenance.
They are really hitting today.
Real Tactics are presented by Lucky Craft, makers of the Joe Thomas Signature Series, available exclusively at Dick's Sporting Goods.
There is no question that bait is beautiful in the water, and it's pretty obvious the fish love it. But there is a couple of things that happens when you're fishing a swim jig that you need to know about. One is the fish, they come at the bait from behind a lot and push it towards you. So hooking percentage can be a little low if you don't do a few things. The first thing is make sure you're using a fairly stout rod. I prefer a graphite, about a 6.5 or 7 foot heavy action rod. And braided line really eliminates a lot of stretch. Or a lot of us have gone to fluorocarbon. This is trilene 100% fluorocarbon. Very low stretch, but it still performs really well and it casts well. 17 to 25 pound test depending on how thick the cover is. That's the first thing you want to do. But where it really gets detailed and intricate is when you start to modify your jig. And this is what I really want you to pay attention to. We start off with a fairly light jig. It'll swim good and stay high if you use a 1/4 to a 3/8. I rarely go above that in weight. But when you're modifying the jig, you pop your trailer off right here, and you need a couple little tools. The first thing that I want you to do is tweak the hook out. Take a pair of needle nose pliers, and I want you to tweak the hook up just a little bit. Just tweak it just a little bit like that. That angle, given that just that little bit of angle makes a huge difference, because when the bass sucks the jig in and he tries to spit it out from down in his throat, it'll stick. If it's parallel to the hook shank, it'll pass right out of his mouth and you'll miss him. So just that little bit of a tweak, that little 1/8 of an inch can make a huge difference. Secondly, and the final thing that I do is I'll trim that weed guard. I'll take about 2 or 3 fibers out of the weed guard to where I have just a little bit of fiber, and I'll break it down and make it flexible. Remember, you're swimming it on the top of the water and through the cover. You're not working it through the deep logs, so the weed guard is not as critical. It'll still keep the stuff off the bait, but it'll allow that fish to push down and get that bait to stick in his mouth. That's important when you're swimming a jig. Dude, he hit that.
Good one.
I don't know what that is, man. I don't even know if that's a bass or not. As soon as it hit the water, Jerry, I engaged my reel. It's a bass. It's a big bass.
Big one. You need a hand with this
one?
one?
No, dude, that's a good fish. Yeah.
Swing him.
Yeah.
Nice one. Dude.
I want to tell you something, Jerry. I have had. Look at that fish. Look at that fish. Hey, man. Give me some. I've had a great time. Great Lakes bait, largemouths, and the swim jig. You can't beat the combination. You need to try it. I'm Joe Thomas, and we'll see you next week on Steele's Reel in the Outdoors. Awesome.
Reel in the Outdoors with Joe Thomas is brought to you by Steel, by Arky Lures, by Lucky Craft, by The Rod Guard, by Ranger Boats, and by Evan Root Outboards.
Oh, another good one. Awesome, Jerry.
Man,
whacking them.
Hammering that thing.
Isn't that fun?
Good.
It's just so much fun.
That's all you got, Joe?
Yeah, it seemed like enough when we started today. I didn't know I was going to have you pilfering through my tackle all day, taking all my baits.
Joe, why don't you say we go around, go